While the Prime Minister of India spoke about establishing an electric grid connectivity within the region at the BIMSTEC summit, 3 islands in Jaffna that were due to be given to China for a project to generate power are now going to be handed over to India for a hybrid power project. Delft, Analathiu and Nainathiu islands in Jaffna are to be allocated for this relevant project. The pace at which these 3 islands were allocated for this project with India is astonishing. The Memorandum of Understanding was signed by the Indian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka and the Secretary to the Ministry of Power in the presence of the 2 foreign ministers of both nations on Monday night. The draft of the agreement was presented to the Cabinet on Monday evening. According to the agreement, the project is for the construction of a wind and solar power generation project and to set up a series of batteries to store the energy generated from them. Based on the agreement, the Government of India shall provide financial assistance of up to $11 million or tendered cost, whichever is lower, of which 75% would be as grant assistance and 25% under the existing credit line of $382.37 million with Sri Lanka to be executed through the Exim Bank of India. It adds that the Government of Sri Lanka shall bear all costs over and above the agreed financial assistance by the Government of India, including higher tendered cost, escalation, time and cost overruns, change in scope and specifications of the project, or any other reason. In its quote-unquote Islands in Peril expose on attempts to award the islands of Nainathiu, Analathiu and Delft to China, Newsfirst pointed out that by doing so, Sri Lanka's energy sovereignty will be thrown at risk. At the same time, Newsfirst also revealed to the nation about the Chinese ambassador to Sri Lanka's surprise visit to the north of the country. Awarding the islands of Nainathiu, Analathiu and Delft to India by pushing away China does not mean that the threat to the country's energy sovereignty is no longer at risk. What benefit will Sri Lanka gain from these projects when a grant would be limited and the rest of the cost should be borne as a loan? The 3 islands of Nainathiu, Analathiu and Delft are of great strategic importance to Sri Lanka, and therefore was there no understanding of the situation that would arise by allowing India to go ahead with these projects. India has repeatedly called for electricity grid connectivity between the 2 nations. Today, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, quote, "It's also time now to go beyond discussions on electric grid connectivity and to operationalize it," in his statement to BIMSTEC. Therefore, isn't Sri Lanka's energy sovereignty actually at risk when such statements are made? The issue is not whether it is China or India or any other nation for that matter. No matter what country comes forward, are they not directly influencing the existence of a sovereign state?